Do you ever feel discouraged because the number on the scale isn't moving the way that you hoped? What if that number isn't actually the best measure of your progress or even your health? Do you know that your weight and BMI aren't actually the best indicators of your health or your progress? Today, I'm going to show you a better way to define success on your weight loss journey, one that focuses on body composition, muscle mass, and your true metabolic health. This is episode number 199, Rethinking Obesity, Why Weight and BMI Aren't the Full Story. This is the Healthy Real Food Podcast. I'm your coach, Erin Hart, a registered nurse and health coach who understands the struggle of feeling out of control around food and has walked the path of transformation, experiencing the miracle of sustainable weight loss with the sugar and flour-free lifestyle. If you are a woman who feels powerless against your cravings and is ready to live your life with more energy, mental clarity, and purpose, there is hope. Here, we believe that with God, a mindset of unstoppability, and consistent execution of a winning strategy, anything is possible for you. So, if you're ready to find freedom from food addiction, take control of your health, and pursue your dreams with renewed energy, support, and accountability, let's go. Hello again, my friend. Welcome to today's Monday Mindset. Today's episode is one I've been wanting to record for a little while because so many of my clients feel discouraged by the number on the scale. They see the daily ups and downs, or they hit a plateau and start thinking that they're failing. But here's the truth. Your weight is just one data point. It doesn't tell the whole story. And today we're going to talk about a much more accurate and empowering way to define your progress and health. As someone who lost over 100 pounds myself, I know how tempting it is to obsess over the number on the scale. But over the past few years, and especially as I've helped other women in their 40s, 50s, 60s transform their lives, I've learned that success isn't about being skinny. It's about being strong, mobile, and vibrant. So today we're going to cover the new science-backed definition of obesity, why BMI and weight alone are outdated, better tools for measuring your body composition, the role of muscle for longevity and health, and why focusing on the process, not just the outcome, makes success inevitable. So let's dive in. BMI, or that stands for Body Mass Index, was created in the 1800s as a statistical tool, not a health assessment. It's simply a ratio of your weight to your height. But here's the problem with that. It doesn't actually take into account muscle mass, bone density, body composition, or fat distribution. So you could be a really healthy, muscular woman and still fall into the overweight or obese category according to your BMI. Or you could be thin on the outside, but fat inside with a normal BMI, but high levels of visceral body fat around your organs, which is far more dangerous. Dr. Mary Claire Haver and Dr. Rocio Salas Whalen are two really respected experts advocating for a new, more accurate definition of obesity. And according to them, obesity should not be diagnosed based solely on your weight or your BMI, but rather by two criteria: a high percentage of body fat, which can be measured directly, and at least one or two signs of decreased organ function, such as insulin resistance or diabetes, fatty liver disease, arthritis, joint pain, shortness of breath, low mobility, or trouble doing your daily activities. So this is a much more holistic and functional approach. It's not about shaming people into thinness. It's about identifying real risks and focusing on improving our metabolic health and our overall quality of life. So if the scale isn't the whole story, what else should you be tracking in your weight loss journey? So first, I really recommend that you get a DEXA scan. This is the gold standard for measuring your body composition. Actually, an MRI is, but not everyone can afford or do an MRI. So DEXA scan is a really great way to measure your body composition. It tells you exactly how much fat, lean muscle, and bone mass you have. It can also show visceral fat around your organs. Many imaging centers or fitness clinics offer this. It's about $75 to $100. The second way is waist to hip ratio. Your waist to hip ratio is a really simple at home measurement, and it's a great way to assess your central obesity, or in other words, the fat that's stored around your abdomen, which is more harmful. So to do it, you just measure your waist at its narrowest point, and then you measure your hips at their widest point, divide waist by hips, and the healthy ranges for women are less than 0.85 and for men less than point. So that is so much more accurate than your body weight. And you can do both, right? Like you can weigh your body and do the waist to hip measurement so easily at home. And that gives you a better overall picture of what's going on. Because say you weigh yourself and you've been on your plan all week, but your weight is the same or it's even more than it was, even if you've been on your weight loss plan and been consistent. If your weight goes up and your waist to hip measurement is the same or better, right? Then that is such a better indicator. And that helps you to know that you're not really gaining fat. It's probably just like water weight. And so it can really help to calm your mind. A third is at-home body fat scales. So while it's not as accurate as a DEXA scan, these smart scales can help you to track your trends in fat and muscle over time and are a great option. They also have those at the gym, like an in-body scan that you can get that are not as accurate as a DEXA scan, but still definitely better than nothing and helping you to look at your overall body composition and not just one number on the scale, your body weight. Another way is to just track your mobility, your strength, your energy levels. Can you get off the floor without assistance? Can you climb stairs easily? Carry your groceries? These are far better indicators of your functional health than just your body weight. And we want to be able to look at all of this instead of just the one data point. The goal is not just to lose weight. The goal is to decrease your body fat percentage and maintain or build your muscle mass. Muscle is your organ of metabolism. So as we age, especially after age 40, we naturally lose muscle when we go through menopause because of the changes in our hormones. Without any changes in the way that we eat, we lose muscle and increase our visceral body fat around our organs, unless we intentionally work to preserve or build our muscle. And that's why it's so important to focus on healthy eating and why resistance training is key. It's also why we don't want to just lose weight. We want to lose fat while preserving or even increasing our muscle. So that's what makes weight loss sustainable. And it's really going to help you in the maintenance phase once you achieve your health goal, when you achieve your healthy weight range, to maintain that. Having more muscle mass is going to make it easier to keep it off. So many women who join my program have dieted for decades. They have lost and regained the same 20 or 50 pounds over and over again. But this time, we do it differently. We focus on real food, lifestyle changes. We focus on fueling our body properly. We make sure that we're eating enough protein and work on our mindset, muscle, and metabolism, not just cutting calories. One of the hardest things for many of my clients is seeing those ups and downs on the scale. And you might be doing everything right, eating clean, moving your body, managing your stress, and still the scale goes up 2 pounds overnight. That's totally normal. It does not mean that you failed. Our body weight changes day to day a lot. It doesn't mean that your plan isn't working. So the weight is a great data point that we can track, and we want to look at not day-to-day changes and measure our success with day-to-day or week-to-week changes. We want to look at those monthly weight trends to know if our plan is working for us. Your body fluctuates every day based off of hydration, your hormones, digestion, sleep, and more. So the scale is a lagging indicator. It often takes time for the internal changes to show up. So instead of obsessing over the number on the scale, I want you to zoom out and look at your trend over time and pay attention to these other data points as well. Look at your muscle mass and measure that. Like, make sure when you're losing weight that you are not losing muscle mass. We want to make sure you're eating enough protein and doing, resistance training to maintain or build that muscle mass. Your current trajectory is way more important than one data point. Is your weight trending in the right direction month to month? Are you feeling more energized, stronger, and clearer? Are you making more intentional choices and honoring your plan? If you are consistent with your meal plan and having peace, you are winning. So, the most successful women in my program, the ones who lose weight for the last time and keep it off, don't focus on the number. They focus on the process. They execute their plan. They show up. They build resilience. They become the kind of woman who follows through. And when you do that, success becomes inevitable. So shift your focus from the scale to your strengths, from the number to your habits, from being skinny to being strong. Strong over skinny is how we define health. Longevity over quick fixes, health over hustle. You've got this. You aren't broken. Your body isn't the enemy. Let's honor it, fuel it, and just keep moving forward. The process of sustainable weight loss is a long game, and it's not something that happens overnight. You have to have an abundance of patience. I know that the number on the scale can be discouraging sometimes, but measure your progress with your thoughts, your words, and your actions. How consistently are you practicing this new identity that you've taken on of a healthy person? How can you shift your focus and your definition of success from whether your weight is a certain number to whether you are being consistent with this new identity and your actions? Progress over perfection. And it's not about being perfect, it's just about being unstoppable. There is no such thing as failure if you are committed to lifestyle changes. And that's what success requires long term. If you want to lose weight and keep it off forever, we have to ditch that diet mentality of quick fixes and quick changes and focus on adopting lifestyle changes and a lifestyle mindset. If you found this episode helpful, please follow, rate, leave a review. It really helps other women like you to find this message of hope and truth. And if you're not yet in my coaching program and you want help figuring out how this applies to your body or your situation, if you need more help, more personalized support, I can help you. The best way to get a hold of me is to send me a direct message on social media, or better to go to my website, www.healthyrealfood.com. And there you will find a link to my schedule where you can sign up for a free consultation, a 45-minute coaching session to get you started on your success path. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again next week.
Thanks for listening today. If you enjoyed this podcast, you're going to love my coaching program. If you're struggling with your sugar and flour-free lifestyle and want to lose weight for the last time, I can help you. I guarantee that you achieve your goal body within a year, or I will coach you for free until you do. Just imagine living in your goal body and having peace with food. Your success is guaranteed. To learn more about how to get support, guidance, and accountability, so you can find peace with food, achieve your goal body this year, and have more energy. Visit www.healthyrealfood.com. While you're there, be sure to sign up for the upcoming free challenge to learn the Success Framework. And click the link to my schedule for a free 30-minute one-to-one coaching call so we can get you started on your success path. You have the power to create the life that you want. This is the year of you. I'm cheering you on. Now go win the day. You got this.